Hey everybody, how you doing? We're in Miami today. I've been offline for almost a month now. As you can see, the first officer's chair is missing from the flight deck. I've been doing some work on the throttle quad. The flight deck is 5 years old now. So the parts are starting to wear. You know, it is what it is. So I figured I was going to go in here and change the pots and put in Hall effect sensors, which I did. I have 2 in here now. I'm still waiting for delivery on the other 2. They're working out real well. As you can see, I didn't put the stab trim switches back in. They're sitting on the side there. But what I've always wanted and what's always been missing from the quad has been backlighting. I wish Jetmax made a backlit throttle quad, but they don't. So I was going to purchase another one, and a friend of mine, Pat, out in California, had his about the same time I had, and he's always wanted backlighting himself. So he was bold enough to take his apart to take a look at the pots because he was having some noise. And when he told me how easy it was, I decided, you know what? Before I go and buy a new quad that had backlighting, I wanted to see if I can add backlighting myself. And I'm still in the process of doing that. I'm not finished yet, but she's a long way through. Behind here, all the cutouts are done, all ready to go. I've got the base that's going to hold them in from underneath done. The quad itself has been changed. I don't have to take the pedestal out anymore to get underneath to get to the bolts. The bolts come out through the top. These spin now. So I removed 5 screws from this side that I no longer have to take out in order to take the top off. So it makes the top coming off that much easy. I take out the 2 center hubs here. I take out the 4 plastic screws that are holding this plastic top in. These 2 handles come off. These 2 handles come off. These 2 center sections come off with the reverses, and the whole plastic top pops right off now. The hardest part of this entire assembly was the speed brake and the flaps because they had a nut and bolt assembly with spaces in here. The nut and bolt assembly is now gone. I've tapped the metal back here, and I'm using 8/32 bolts going through them. So that makes taking these apart and putting them back together so much easier. I didn't want to put blue Loctite on these screws because they're Phillips, and I didn't want to have a hard time getting them back out again. But I didn't want them backing out because I was using this on a regular basis, going up and down, back and forth. So I went and I got myself some gasket seal. You know, it's just like rubber. And I put a drop in between each one of these bolts, and it'll keep them from backing out. But they're easy enough to break with the Phillips screwdriver in order to get them out if I want to. So that's where we stand now. I'll have Hall effect sensors here, on the tiller. This will be backlit. And up next is going to be the yoke and the rudder pedals to get them set up on Hall effects as well. That's where we are right now. I'm going to get another video up shortly and see how this is working.